Hello and welcome back to A World Without with me, Kris.
And me, Jack. This is the podcast where we get into the hypothetical and discuss what we think would happen if something from our everyday lives suddenly stopped existing tomorrow.
Yep, and today we're taking a look at what life might be like in a world without doors.
Right, okay, so let's just start off talking semantics. I feel like a lot of this is going to come down to what do we consider a door? You know?
Right, because there's a bit of flexibility in my research I found too. So, okay, let's try and figure this out once and for all.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little segment where I basically just ask you if things are doors or not.
And
right?
I'm the leading expert on this, am I?
You're now the leading expert on what is a door. It's more your opinion. Do you consider this a door? So, to help you out, so you know where you stand, the definition of a door is as such. A hinged, sliding, or revolving barrier at an entrance to a building, room, or vehicle, or in the framework of a cupboard. That sounds very specific, isn't it?
That got added on later in history, you can tell.
Someone invented the cupboard, just like, I got to update the definition. So, with that in mind, right, is a window a door?
No.
No, okay. But is a door maybe more to do with its function then? If I enter a building through a window that has a hinge, is it now not a door?
I think it's its purpose. Is it not? Was it the word purpose not in the definition?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I just said that. I said a door is more to do with its function.
Okay. So you're arguing that you think a window is a door?
I think it can be. If you use it as a door, it becomes a door. It's not otherwise a door. And I'm only talking windows you can open.
Of course. I mean, otherwise what? You just smash through a window?
Not just like any window to any room.
Honey, I'm home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, if you're using a hole of some description in a building to get in and out of it, then you're kind of using it as a door, so to speak. And sliding was in the definition, right? And most of those windows slide, or I guess hinge.
Interesting. I think of a window as hinging open, not sliding open.
I guess they do. More like business windows slide. That's what I've learned in life. Business windows slide.
Okay.
Home windows, I mean, flap.
Right, okay, so undecided? It sort of depends.
It sort of depends, yeah.
Okay. Are like shutters doors? Like I'm thinking like, you know, in a caravan you get those sliding little like flimsy barrier things.
For the toilet door in a caravan, basically.
You just have like a slidey little thing like that. Is that a door? Because it did have sliding in the definition, as you just said.
I would call that a sliding door, a sliding folding door.
Okay, more controversial one is now. It obviously mentioned cupboards. Now everyone knows cupboards are doors. That's not the question. That's an easy one, right? But is a drawer a door? I mean, it's fun to say, but is it a door?
No.
No. Okay, what's the difference really between that and a cupboard? It slides open.
It's not got the same. It does slide open. You're right, but it's more of like a basket in itself. Like the door.
A basket. I was not expecting that to be how you classified it.
A drawer's basically a slidey basket that's got a hole that it lives in.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Kinda. I don't know. Yeah, I would say drawer. No, I think we keep our drawers.
We keep our drawers. Okay, easy. That's where we store everything now. Then just everything's drawers. Great. Is a gate a door? Now this one seems obvious. Of course it's a door, right? It's got hinges that let you into places, but I don't think of it as a door. You don't call it a garden door, do you?
You don't call it a garden door, but I think just from technical speak here, a gate is a door. Yeah.
But it says an entrance to a building, room, or vehicle. But entering your garden is not a building, room, or a vehicle.
I read a definition that said something about just entrance to a space.
Because that does make more sense. Because I thought I had a loophole there. I was going to be like, you just put a garden gate on your front of your house. You'd be like, this?
Job done.
No, that's not a door. It's a gate, mate. No, I'm allowed that. It's a gate.
Plenty of room for the post to get put through. You can have your multiple slots now.
Yeah. Also, another little loophole I thought of. Kris, when is a door not a door?
When it's ajar.
When it's a jar, yeah. See, we just keep all doors slightly open a little bit, and then they'll be like, "What's that? You're not allowed doors, mate." Like, no, I'm afraid that's a jar, mate.
But even joke aside, you could still just be like, "No, it's not a door. It's just a hole in my wall that happens to have a piece of wood connected to it, and I think that's a door. Keep it open."
You're just describing a door.
If you never close a door, then surely it's not a door. It's just a hole in the wall.
Sure. You are the leading expert on doors, after all.
I am. We've established this. So talking about front doors again here, like we just mentioned, a burglar's just going to be able to waltz in now.
This is a problem, I think. Just security in general. You
Yeah.
know, like how terrified would you be to go to sleep at night and just like anyone can come in at any point, at any time?
Hearing the breeze whistling downstairs, coming through that front door and the back door. I mean, there's multiple
All the
doors to my house.
and the windows if we're considering them as well.
Please, no, not the windows.
Don't take the windows as well.
At least we have our drawers. Let's just make all of our front doors a big front
Drawers.
drawer, and we just hop in it.
That'd be amazing. Slide out of a little front drawer.
Yeah, it'd be great. I think we're going to have to try and, like, trap our front holes. We need a better name for it as well. We can't call it our front hole.
A front hole does sound a bit wrong, doesn't it? I'm not going to call it a front hole.
Oh, technically, the frame, the door hole is called a portal, apparently, which is awesome.
Is it just got not called a doorway?
I don't. I saw.
I prefer your name, definitely.
It said the hole a door leaves is called a portal, which I think I've heard in the past, but it's just my house has got loads of portals in it. How cool does that sound?
Sounds a bit sci-fi, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sci-fi have taken hold of that phrase and made it their own, where really it's actually something really generic and boring.
Yeah, it's just a hole that you go through, basically.
So, okay, what were you saying about our front portals?
I was saying, we're off front holes. Yeah, we're going to need to trap them, right? If it's just this big open portal way for a burglar, we're going to want to deter them in some other ways.
Well, like Home Alone style, basically.
Exactly, Home Alone style. Some sharp, pointy objects on the well, it's got to be stuff that we know about, the people that live at the house, right?
Right.
That we can dodge easily.
I was going to say, it's got to be hard to detect when you want to use it and when you... How do you just not end up killing the postman?
Exactly, yeah. We're going to have to kind of work out some sort of way where it's like, only if you take like 2 steps in do you trigger a pressure plate or something. I'm thinking like Indiana Jones level stuff here.
I think you're getting a bit too old school. I'm thinking like face recognition on security cameras, right?
Right, hang on, yeah, that might be smart.
Or like a fingerprint sensor that you got to press before you go in. If you go in without pressing a fingerprint sensor, you get a tin of paint in the face or whatever he does in Home Alone.
You'd have to be in B&Q a lot, wouldn't you? A DIY shop to buy more paint all the time.
Yeah.
Even if the burglars were caught and went to prison, they're just going to walk out.
Exactly. I think, just security in general is a big problem. So I was thinking, as you said, prisons, obviously terrible now, right? And just leave whenever they want,
Yeah.
right? So I was thinking, there's 2 solutions. We either do like a big hole, like in Dark Knight Rises, right?
Yeah.
Try and climb out of that. You just get winched in and out, right? I feel like that's against some kind of like human rights thing, though, to just throw people in a big hole.
It does seem a little cruel in some respects.
Or a more fun and jovial approach is big hall of mirrors, right, on the way out. Just like confuse them. It's just like a really elaborate hall of mirrors to get in and out. And so they get so confused, try to leave, they're just like, you know what, I'm just going to stay in.
That's a brilliant idea, because then we could film it and create a new TV show out of it too.
Sure, why not? 2 birds, 1 stone. So obviously, as you mentioned, theft is going to be a problem. Like, people can just come into your house anytime, take whatever they want, like there's nothing really stopping them. So I was thinking originally, doormen are going to be out of a job. There's no doors to man anymore. But then I was thinking, no, bouncers and doormen, they're now the most important job in the world.
Get 3 of them.
Everyone now needs a bouncer and a doorman. Everyone has their own personal bouncer and doorman. Just stop people coming in.
That's a perfect idea. I love it.
I mean, I don't know how we're all affording bouncers and doormen.
All this money that we're saving on door repairs.
How often do you spend money on doors? I reckon you tend to buy a door once. I don't. Can I confess something? I've never bought a door.
I've never bought a door. Look at us.
It's not something you buy. Like most of the places you go to already come with doors.
I don't think you can buy doors. I don't know where I'd go to buy a door.
You just got to B&Q or something. Like, there's doors. I mean, it's not a regular purchase. Can you imagine you like rented a house and just like, by the way, doors not included?
Yeah.
It's like unfurnished to the extreme there.
What about like a door-to-door salesman selling doors?
Oh.
That could be useful for people, right?
So I was going to say door-to-door salesmen are out of a job, but actually, you can't hide from the door-to-door salesman anymore, can you?
Not anymore, but what's he going to do? Come and knock on the air?
Yeah, but you can't pretend you're not in.
He's going to come and knock on your front hole and...
Portal, Kris.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You still have a doorbell, I'm sure.
But it couldn't be called a doorbell anymore. It just have to be called a bell.
Okay, you still have a portal bell.
anyone that you don't want at your door, you can't hide from, because they could just poke their head in now.
Exactly. They can just walk in.
That's true. Yeah, why are they limited it to heads? I guess the potential booby traps that you may have laid might deter them a little bit.
True.
It is a massive problem, isn't it?
Just I think privacy in general, right? The first thing I go to, bathrooms.
Oh no.
Right? Maybe it's fine if you live with just like your partner or something, whatever. But if you live with your family or friends, or even worse, just random housemates, right? I'm not sure I want to see them poo. I think the list of people I'll be okay to see have a poo is incredibly short, to be honest. I think there's not many people I would be okay with that with. And so bathrooms are just horrible now.
Public bathrooms are a complete no-go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some people already have a problem with them. Personally, I don't really mind, but I now will. Now I'm definitely not going to a public bathroom.
Have you been to a public toilet before where they've got those just like little half doors just covering a little bit of the cubicle?
Yeah, well, you could definitely see way higher than you should.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. No, a floor-to-ceiling door. I almost want to be in like a miniature room, not just some little wooden box kind of thing. And that's for your benefit too, not just mine. Trust me.
Although I do freak out when you have like the full-on like rooms where there's no space below and above, because I think I have like an irrational fear of getting locked in.
Right.
And if you're locked in with the one with space either below or above, you can just wiggle your way out if you need to. I mean, you don't want to. That's not how I do it. Like, I tend to just use the door. But I do freak out a little bit if it's a full-on one and then the lock breaks or something. It freaks me out a bit.
So do you think this is going to rely on more things like that being kind of walled off with more of like a slide in and
slide?
And a something out, just other ways of getting in and out of a place?
Well, because I was thinking like something like a hotel would be pretty bad now, right? You just go into a hotel, you see everyone's room.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, you have like elaborate hallways, so you at least can't see directly into the room. Like the door doesn't face into the room. There's like a twisting hallway before you get to the room.
That's clever. I like that. Just a little bend in the thing, just to stop any kind of main public viewing.
It still doesn't stop people from just walking in any time though. Because I was thinking also, people like use like beads and stuff.
Oh.
And like curtain, like a little curtain doorway.
Can't be doing with a bead curtain door, mate.
Well, now you're going to have to.
No, can't be doing it.
It's your only option.
I hate them. No, they gotta go.
You'd prefer to go no door than a bead door?
I think so. You have to like shut your eyes every time you walk through a bead door so you don't get it in your eye. And then once you get the other side, you got to make sure you're not like attached to a bead string.
It's better than no door, mate. In my room, I would prefer to have a bead curtain than nothing. Just people seeing into my room.
I don't know.
But admittedly, that doesn't work in a bank, does it?
With their vault door.
And that's a big door. I mean, as far as doors go, that's up there. That's
quite substantial. You can't replace that with a garden gate.
No, exactly. Doesn't really deter theft. Just having a wall of beads or a thick curtain in your vault.
Why don't you just have many bead things up over the walls, and you don't know where the actual door portal hole is? That would deter people a bit and make them really noisy. Basically, make them wind chimes, right? And then you can tell as soon as somebody's trying to.
Anytime someone's going in the wind chime gate into the bank vault. Right.
Exactly.
Honestly, I don't really have a solution to this. I think doors are a pretty good solution in most of these situations.
Doors were pretty good, I gotta say.
They say the phrase "the best invention since sliced bread." I reckon we could just start saying "best invention since the door."
Yeah,
I really like doors. This really made me realise I did not appreciate doors enough.
Should we all just take a moment? Look at a door. I'm sure there's a door in everybody's view right now. Take a look. Just say thanks.
Thanks for just being the unsung hero of life,
I do have to admit, I don't know if you do as well. I might be embarrassing myself here, but I do still get quite excited every time I get to go through a revolving door.
Oh, I love it.
You good? Oh, thank goodness. I was worried you were going to be totally against me there. Aren't they the coolest things?
Yeah, although I do have one of the most embarrassing things the most awkward social thing that has ever happened to me in a revolving door.
Explain.
I accidentally got into the same segment of a very small revolving door as someone else, right? And I'm talking like my body is pressed against their body. At my old place where I used to work, we had a revolving door, and I genuinely never used to use it because I didn't like it, because it was really fast, And so to genuinely try, and as I said, small, like it could only fit one person per segment, right?
So this was a motorized one.
Yeah, it was like constantly moving around.
Okay.
Right? And one time I was leaving, I was in a rush, and so I, for some reason, ran to the door, but then thought I was going to miss it and completely mistimed it and got in one earlier than I wanted, which a person had already also got in. So I got up behind them, was pressed against them, and all I thought to say is, "I'm sorry, I don't know how this has happened."
I mean, I think you do. It didn't take that much of a stretch to get it. Did they respond?
No. And then I just left, and then we didn't even keep eye contact afterwards or anything. It was just I literally had a 20-minute walk home, and I was just laughing / cringing to myself the entire walk home about what was the most awkward thing that's ever happened to me by far.
I'm surprised you still like revolving doors after that.
Yeah, that definitely has tainted it.
for the person in the segment with you, I'm sure it has as well.
I'll only go in big revolving doors. Like, maybe this is just one particular Asda, but they have one in an old Asda I used to go to, which is like a giant revolving door. Like, I mean, you could fit like 10 people per segment. It was amazing.
Yeah, you like that one because you wouldn't have had the same problem that you had before.
Exactly. Doesn't matter if I get into the same segment as someone else. I'm not going to weirdly be pressed up against them and be after. I'm sorry, I don't know how this has happened.
No, see, I've never had an awkward situation because I always savour my revolving door time that I have because I don't get it very often. I don't know where my nearest revolving door is.
Like I said, I used to have one every day. So I only used to use it occasionally for, you know.
You've been spoiled. Yeah. You have.
And then also, ruined.
And ruined, yeah. I'd always try and do like an extra lap if I could. If there wasn't sort of anyone out watching, you know.
If there was
I'd go around a couple of times.
Right, cool, yeah. How old? You still do that now, yeah?
I would still do that now, yes.
Right, okay, that is embarrassing.
And hey, massive brainwave that's just hit me just now. That's how we solve public toilets.
What?
Imagine a toilet in each of the segments of a revolving door. No glass anymore, obviously. All cornered off. One kind of hole. You get into it.
You can't.
Why?
What is it called, Kris?
It's
called a revolving door. We can't have revolving doors anymore.
But it's just called a revolving toilet now.
No, you can't use that because it's a revolving door. You can't use a revolving door.
But I'm not using it to transport my way from one room to another. I'm using it to just get on a toilet. No, is that not still a thing?
Okay, no, okay, fine. Even if you can, I've noticed a glaring problem to this, right? Let's say there's 4 segments, right?
Yes.
So person 1 gets in segment 1, and it moves around to segment 2 automatically once they get in, right? Yeah. Someone gets into number 2, right? It moves down to segment 3, right? Someone gets into number 3, and it moves around to segment 4. Someone gets in 4, it moves back around to 1 again. What if you aren't done?
There'd have to be some kind of it would have to go quite slow.
But then I'm trapped in a toilet.
Pace.
So I now can't get out when I'm finished until everyone else before me is now finished.
If you've not finished, there'll be a little beepy noise. You get back up quickly. You stand there, you pull your trousers up, whatever.
You can't get up halfway through going to the toilet. You just have to get up and stop.
You say, sorry, I need to go round again. And then you wait until you're enclosed.
This is worse than no door, I think. This weird game you're playing with it.
I don't know. It's kind of like my inspiration was the London Eye, right? The fact that it always keeps moving and you just kind of get in and off. And to be honest,
normally though you don't have your trousers down in the London Eye if you're doing it right.
Some people do use that as a toilet still, though.
I've got loads of stories for everything you keep coming up with. One when I was like 6, we were on the London Eye, and I was obviously very young. And literally the moment I got on it, I suddenly needed to poo more than I've ever pooed in my life. And,
of course you did. Yeah.
And it's a 60-minute journey the whole way around for those of you who aren't aware. And I was only 6. Luckily, I did make it through. I don't know how, but it was one of the worst experiences of my life. Literally just spent 60 minutes, everyone being like, oh, isn't that pretty? I'm like, I'm going to poo. I'm absolutely going to, it was absolutely terrible 60 minutes.
So I'm sure you didn't see any of the view at all.
I did not care. One bit.
Am I allowed to have one of those secret bookshelf things that you pull a book and it spins around to reveal something secret?
I mean, if you've gone this long in life without having one, why are you now suddenly trying to get one? Now you can't.
I was kind of always hoping that I'd end up having one at some point in my life, and I kind of want that possibility still. Is it a door or is it a wall?
That's definitely a door.
Yeah?
It's a secret door.
what if it's not to lead to a secret room though? It just reveals like a secret a picture or something.
Why would you want that?
I don't know.
Pointless.
I just like it. It sounds fun.
But no, but effectively all you're then doing is revealing a secret cupboard, and as we've discussed, cupboards have doors.
Cupboards have doors.
So
you're saying no? You're saying a hard no?
I'm saying a hard no. Yeah.
Oh man.
Sorry, mate.
I'm not sure I can continue doing this.
Oh,
podcast with you.
you've gone far enough through life without having one so far. So I think that's honestly, of all the types of door I'm happy to lose, that is up there of ones I really do not care about.
I was just holding on to the little glimmer of hope, you know.
There's no hope in this one. I've lost all hope. I like doors. I really am gonna miss them. One thing we haven't considered: transport of all kinds.
I'm gonna fall out the car.
Cars are terrifying now. Maybe a bus is okay, you know, whatever. You know what's really bad? Planes. A bead curtain will not cover it. I'm pretty sure. When we're up in the sky, going however fast you go on a plane, don't really know. I do not want to be relying on a bead curtain. The emergency bead curtain.
You'd be forever untangling it.
I know.
For one thing.
Blowing in the wind, isn't it? Be crazy. I normally, on planes, like sitting by the door. I like it when they like pick you and they're just like, oh, do you mind doing the like exit thing? And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Because, you know, like if you fly on your own, they often pick you because you're a loser.
Right, yeah.
No,
sure.
he'll enjoy that, and they're right, I do.
That's not the reason why they're thinking you're a loser, Jack, but sure.
Okay, sure. But now I did want to be sitting as far away from the bead curtain door as I possibly can.
And they'd say, but sir, you did it the other week when we had doors. Why do you? What's changed?
That would be really, as you said, like just flapping in the face a load of beads the whole 8-hour flight.
You just say, sorry, it's too breezy. I cannot handle it.
I do like a breeze though, so maybe it evens out.
I mean, you know, a breeze has a certain limit, right?
When does a breeze become too much?
I don't think you can call a hurricane a breeze.
No.
Well, very heavy breeze coming today, folks.
So I just don't think I'm flying anymore. I don't think you safely can.
I don't think you safely can either, no. Other people would have to start wearing them like old flying goggles and stuff. You know, people used to wear like a leather little flappy hat. You'd have to all be wearing them.
I like that. You've convinced me, actually. I'll go flying again now if I get to wear one of them.
Oh, it didn't take much, did it?
No, it really didn't.
You got to think one higher than planes. What's one higher than a plane? Literally, and
rocket.
Yeah, space travel.
Space travel. That like, you know, flying in a plane without a door, horrible, inconvenient. Going to space without a door, that's just not possible, right?
A bit deadly.
Very deadly. Although, as long as you're always in a suit, you'll be fine.
They could always just seal them into the rocket. Just weld them in.
Yeah.
If they don't need to get out of the thing, just weld them in. Great. Go up to space. Come back down.
That's true. I mean, you shouldn't need to get out. I mean, it's probably a bad thing if you need to get out to check what's going on outside.
Exactly.
I know they do on the ISS, obviously.
They have to get out. But then, you know...
God, it'd be bad being on the ISS when this happened. There's a point in which doors just suddenly disappear. We haven't considered that. Like, where you are when the doors suddenly disappear can be quite the issue.
Yeah, because for some reason in my head, when I was first thinking about it, I was imagining, like, it would just brick over. It wouldn't become a hole. It would become...
Oh, interesting.
Solid. But that's not how it works at all.
No, I just think
you'd just be left with your portal.
Yeah. And that isn't fun when you're on the ISS, I tell you.
Especially if you're not ready in your suit yet, either. That's...
Exactly. Other than the ISS, what are some other bad situations you could be in? I reckon public toilets. That would be a bad one.
Submarine.
Submarine would be a bad one. You are not wrong.
Although, hang on. They have a hatch. Is that a door?
Hatch is a type of door. Hatch is a door.
Gotcha. Okay.
Definitely. No doubt about that one.
Okay, right. This is going to sound stupid because the clue's kind of in the name. What about a trap door? Is that even a door?
I'm not even going to answer that.
Is that a trap?
It's a door.
They're not always traps anyway. What are they called trap doors for?
Because I think they're designed to fall through in like comedic fashion, right?
Were they?
I have no idea.
Is every hatch a trap door, or is there a difference between hatches and trap doors here?
Yeah, no, I definitely think there's a difference. Like a trap door is a door that's like is like a false bit of in my head at least. It's a false bit of floor that gives way like both as pranks, but also like, you know, on stage and things like that. I don't know.
Pranks, quite some horrible pranks you've got going here that involve trap doors.
But I think a hatch is just a door in a floor. That's another one that's fun to say.
Yep. Cart door, ice cream.
Right.
sort of like a door, isn't it?
We do it. We get into that point in the podcast, are we? Okay. Dorian Gray. He's now just Ian Gray, isn't he?
He sounds so less.
He sounds
extravagant
so
than
less
his
extravagant. Just Ian Gray. This is less fancy brother.
Oh, do tell me the story of Ian Gray. What happened to him?
Quite as good. Dorian sounds so mysterious, doesn't it? Ian, not so much.
It does. Sorry, anyone out there called Ian, but
It's an all right name. It's not. There's no Dorian, though, is it?
I'm sure you'd agree. Yeah.
Do you reckon we'll all have to get like little mailboxes like they do in America?
Yeah, I think I don't. I was trying to wonder whether I would want one of those anyway, regardless of door or no door.
I think I'd like having a mailbox.
You'd enjoy it, would you?
I mean, when I lived in Canada, we had a little mailbox, and you get to go out and be like, "Oh, do I have any mail?" And then, I mean, often you're disappointed, but it's really nice when you're like, "Oh, we did have some today, yay!"
Don't they leave the little red flag up so that you know if it's got something in it?
It wasn't one of the cliche ones like that. Ours was
Right.
just more like a little box that was attached to our fence.
Okay. But you enjoyed it, did you?
Yeah, it was a nice little surprise when you went out. You'd be like, "Oh, no, none today, none today." Whereas, when we come down, there's just post on the floor. You're just like, all right, cool, post. It's not an event.
Most of the post I get is just junk mail and stuff anyway,
Yeah.
and bills, things I don't want.
Yeah, that's why I order stuff online. It's like a little present I bought for myself.
Right, yeah. You told me about this before. You're little it's like Christmas every day.
Yeah, I like it. That's what I love ordering stuff online. It feels so exciting when it arrives. You're like, yay! And then sometimes, like if you've ordered lots of stuff or like stuff that all takes different amounts of time to arrive, you don't know what it is that's arrived. You're like, oh, what's this one? I love it. So good.
Can you order a mailbox to be delivered to you online?
And then they just install it as they deliver it.
Put it there, yeah.
Or they try and put the mailbox inside your old mailbox.
Oh, yeah.
If you get an upgrade to your mailbox.
That's what you could do. Just continuously buy smaller and smaller mailboxes and...
Like Russian dolls for mailboxes.
Yeah, there you go. We might have gone off topic a little bit there. What's this podcast called?
Doors, that's the one, not mail.
Doors. Even cats aren't going to get away with this. Cat flaps.
Yeah, but you no longer have the door for the cat flap to go in, so now they've just got a huge cat flap.
That's true. The cats don't want a barrier there. That's like their bead curtain,
Yeah.
really. They've got to push their face through it. Cats are loving it.
Cat flaps aren't good for them. They're just like the compromise. They're like, well, I guess I can't open doors, so this will have to do. Now, don't even have to think about it. They just walk in and out whenever they want. You'll have all kinds of cats in your house. It'll be awful.
I think it's a bit more than just cats. You can have everything.
Everything just coming in your house.
All the animals in the world.
I didn't consider that. I've thought about obviously people breaking in like maliciously, but you just think of all the wildlife will just start wandering into your house randomly. Luckily, we live in a place that isn't too big on wildlife. Might get a fox come in, but I'm glad I don't live somewhere like Canada where a bear could wander into my house.
Yeah, we're quite fortunate on the old wildlife not being too dangerous front over here in England.
Funnily enough, the other day we took all the doors off in our kitchen cupboards in the kitchen to paint them. Right, and it was like the ultimate open plan living. Just like you want to get a bowl, it's just there. Why do we even have cupboards? What's the purpose?
Did it make it look quite cluttered?
Yes.
That's why.
Maybe, but it was easier.
It probably was easier, yeah.
Like, when you go around someone's house and you don't know, like, where anything is, and you're just like, oh, where's, like, a cup or whatever? Now you don't even have to know. It's just, like, there. That's one of the upside. One of the very, very few upsides. If you're looking for a cup when you're at your mate's house, you suddenly know where it is.
Some people's layouts of their drawers and cupboards and that are so weird as well. You're just like, oh, have you got a spoon? And they'll be in, like, oh, the second from the left up above the sink or whatever. Yeah, and you're like, wait, hang on.
I don't know. No, that's the one that everyone agrees on. The cutlery goes in the longest, thinnest drawer.
What if all your drawers are the same width and height?
Okay, but it goes in a long, thin drawer. It doesn't go in a cupboard. No one puts the cutlery in a cupboard.
No, this is true. This is something we can agree on.
If anyone does that, they're literally a psychopath.
Nobody puts cutlery in a cupboard. That is such a fun quote.
I believe that literally no one puts cutlery in a cupboard. I would be so terrified if I went to someone's house and they were like, "Oh, do you have a spoon?" They're just like, "Yeah, just in that cupboard." I would leave straight away.
Just spoons all lined up along the bottom of the shelf. Like, it'd be horrible.
Yeah, it'd be absolute madness. If there is anyone out there listening to this who does not have your cutlery in a drawer, let us know.
Yes, please.
Because I don't believe it's a thing.
Massive one that we've not spoken about right now. Guess which door I tend to open most on an average day?
Your bedroom door?
No?
This is going to be really annoying, isn't it? It's like a stupid thing. It's technically got the door in it, but I don't know. Go on.
Fridge door.
Okay, that wasn't stupid.
It wasn't. What are we going to do about fridges?
That's a good point.
It's a very good point. Fridge doors, everything's going to melt. Well, you can't put a bead curtain up for that.
You can't.
Coal doesn't work with beads.
Okay, what about if it was sliding like a window, like we said before? Like we just had.
You said doors slide.
But
Yeah.
no, because I feel like what I was saying before is if I went through the sliding window as if it was a door, that would make it a door. But you know, like when you get ice cream from an ice cream parlour and they've got like the sliding windows, effectively.
That's definitely a window then.
That's a window, not a door. So surely we can just do that with our freezers and fridges.
But I also don't enter my cupboards either, so surely it's more akin to like a cupboard. A fridge is more like a cupboard with a door that's just cold than the room with a door.
Yeah, but then we said cupboards are gone, didn't we?
Exactly, so fridge doors are gone.
Yeah, but then we can replace it with a slidey thing, like a slidey window.
But then does that not make it a door again?
No, I don't think. I don't know. This one I'm lost. But okay, fine, they're gone. Let's say we can't have fridge doors of any kind. If you just cranked it, would it keep everything cold?
Oh, I see.
Like we're going for a lot of energy. Like it's bad for energy consumption.
10 times the energy costs or whatever.
But with all the planes we're not flying anymore, kind of evens out, right?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, then on top of that, oven doors. You're going to have to crank the heat as well.
Just generally heating to our own house. Haven't thought of that either. It's going to get really cold in winter without doors.
It depends where you live, but yeah, doors are a nice way of keeping in the heat or keeping out the heat, or whichever heat transfers you want to do.
I don't think doors keep out the heat.
Of course they do. If you've got aircon inside.
Right, yeah. I'm thinking of the UK where we don't have aircon. It's just, the only way to cool it down is to open the door.
Alternative way, washing machine doesn't have a door anymore. That'll cool you down.
Oh my, I haven't thought of any of these. This is horrible. Yeah.
Oh, I went appliance mad, me. The kitchen is just this hellhole now.
The kitchen's just full of doors.
You go and stand over there, you get freezing cold by the fridge. You go stand over there, you get burned by the chicken cooking in your oven.
You stand over there, you get wet because your washing's on.
Exactly.
Oh, we just have to wash in the sink, I guess, like old school style. We get an old washboard.
Yeah, and cook on like a open grill, like a barbecue. That's quite nice.
Oh, everything becomes barbecued. I'm about that. I love a barbecue. Yeah, into it.
And just don't keep cold things anymore. Just or like the olden days, just put it in a big hole with a load of ice.
Yeah.
Or whatever they used to do.
This one just keeps getting worse. There's no upside to this other than, okay, so all we've got, we get to barbecue everything, which we could already currently do if we wanted to. Yes. I know where my spoons are, and if you're a thief, it's a good day. It's not a great upside, is it?
It really isn't. This turned out to be one of the more important things that we need to keep.
Who would have thought?
Weirdly.
I would prefer to lose my thumbs over this.
Yeah, I know.
Well, there we go. I think that'll do us for today. Hope you enjoyed listening.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts about a world without doors. Are there any weird extra side effects that you can think of that we didn't mention?
If there are, you can tweet us at Kris and Jack. That's Kris with a K. But thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.